Hello everyone, today we are going to start with the fourth chapter of biology, ninth SCSC, which is the flower. This is a really short chapter, so let us start with this. So let us start with the structure of the bisexual flower. So first of all, what is a flower? Flower is a specialized shoot in which the leaves are modified into floral structures. Now, so the floral parts are born on the thalamus in four whorls. So what are the four whorls? These are first whorl, second, third and fourth. So what are these? The first one has green sepals, collectively called as calyx. Then we have the second one, which is brightly colored petals, which are collectively called as corolla. And then we have the third one, which is the male part, and these are the long thread-like structures, somewhat projecting out the each, usually ending in a bobbled tip. And these are stamens, which are collectively named androecium, and each stamen consists of the thread-like filament, which are bobbed anther. Now we have the fourth whorl, which is the female part. Then we have the central locate. These are centrally located at the pistil that may be formed by of a single female unit called as the carpel of the several fused carpels, which collectively called as the gynoecium. Each carpel consists of a basal ovary, a middle style and a uppermost stigma. So we have complete and incomplete flowers. So what are complete and incomplete? Complete, which is the perfect one, which in this flower is one which contains all the four floral parts, which I told you right now. If one or more set of the floral whorls are missing, the flower is called as incomplete or imperfect. Then we have essential reproductive or non-essential non-reproductive parts of the flower. So the essential parts of the flower, that those that are directly concerned with the reproduction, these parts of the plant are consisting the stamens, which is the male part, and the carpels, which are the female parts. So male and female parts are just the main one. And then we have the non-essential one, which is the accessories, like the parts which are simply helping parts, which are either the protecting one flower or they make the flower attractive for the pollination. These are the non-essential one. Okay, then we have sepal and petals, and some in the cases the sepals and the petals are like really similar and cannot be differentiated from the one another. So these are called as the tepals. These are collectively called as the perianth. Okay, so when the perianth is green like the sepals, it is described as the sepaloids perianth, and which is the perianth is non-green. This is described as the petaloid perianth. So bracts, what are these? So when the flower arises in the axial of the leaf-like structure, the structure is known as the bract. So bracts are like maybe green like ordinary leaves, or at times they have been colored. So if you have seen a bougainvillea plant, you might have seen the purple color leaves, which are actually not the flower. The flower is the white small thing inside it. The flower is really small in bougainvilleas, and the purple side is the leaves, which is called as the bract. Then we have the nectaries. Nectaries, the most flower produces the sweet fragrant liquid called as the nectar. So the group of the nectar secreting cells called as nectaries, and these are situated usually at the base of the petiole or at the bases of the petal. The nectar attract insects like honeybees for the cross pollination. In some cases nectaries are really prominent, as in the nasturtium. And then we have sexuality in the flowers. So male, female and bisexual flowers are there. The anthers of the stamen produces pollen, which is a form of the male cells, like the male gametes, and the ovary of the carpels bearing the ovule, which encloses the egg cells of the female gametes. Now The stamen and the carpels are male and female parts of the flower respectively. Flower which contains both stamens and carpels is called as a bisexual or hermaphrodite flower. Example: hibiscus, rose, lily, and tomato. Then we have flower which is only one containing, which is like the only stamen or the only carpels, which is called as the unisexual or incomplete or imperfect flower, like the papaya and plum one. Then we have the unisexual, which is containing the only stamens in the males and the or these or the staminate flowers. Now flower which contains only the carpel is called as the female or the pistillate flower. Then we have the nicheur flower, which is a flower which has both males and the female reproductive organs are lacking. These are example like the ray florets of the sunflower, which is the pistillate but sterile. And then we have general descriptions of the floral parts, which is the calyx, which is sepals I told you, and corolla, which is the petals, and the androecium, which is the stamens. And in androecium, stamens may be free, which is the polyandrous, as in the petunia, and joint are the organized in single, double, or several groups. So some of them are the monadiphilous and diadelphilous, and then we have the polyadelphilous. So these three are there. So the first one is the stamens are united as the group of the filaments, and then we have the diadelphilous, which is the filaments are united in the two bundles, which is the, like P. We have P, which is out of 10, 9 stamens for the staminal tube, which one is free. Then we have the polydiphilous, which is a filament united in the several groups like the bombax. Then we have gynoecium, which are the carpel. So there are 3 parts, which is the stigma, style, and ovary. Then we have the inflorescence and placentation. So what is the inflorescence? Which is a mode of arrangement of the flower on the axis of the plant. So the flower may be arranged in several different ways in the different plants. This manner of the arrangement is called as the inflorescence. So the single either of the apex or the mainly stem of the terminal axis of the lateral branches, and then we have in the axils of the leaf, etc. And then we have the palanceta. This is a tissue that attaches the ovule to the wall of the ovary. The palentation is the manner in which the ovules are arranged attached to the wall of the ovary. So ovules turn into the seeds in the mature fruit transformed ovary, and the different arrangements can be seen in the fruits, those of the pea, tomato, lotus, mango, etc. So this was a really small chapter, and I hope you understood this chapter. Make sure to subscribe if you understood anything. Make sure to like and tell me in the comments if you want anything to be explained by me. Till then, keep learning. Bye.